Alright, here we go, lesson 6. Okay, what we're doing is called cascading style sheets. Yeah. So what that is like it's a file that gives you certain styles that will automatically be applied to every single web page, right? So if you create 3 different web pages, one on each basketball player, and say you wanted them all to start with H1, you would put the H1 code in your style sheet, and then it'll automatically apply to all 3 of the pages. Anyway, it's pretty cool. We'll get into it more later. And here's some new code. Decoration, align, font size, font family, color. Alright, click the website below and discover some new types of styling. So we have some underlines, we have some italic. So you should recognize this HTML code, right? The only difference is right here in the head, right? So what it's doing is it's linking to this style sheet called style.css, right? And then here on your left side, these are your 2 files, right? You have your HTML file and your CSS file. So in our code, it's linking it to this file right here. So let's check out the file. Alright, now check it out. In the H1, they're adding the color blue, right? And they're centering the text. Where before, remember, it was only black and on the left side. So now it's blue and it's centered, the H1. And same thing with the H2, right? They've modified it. So here's the H1, and it just has the text, but in the style, it tells you what the style is. It's blue, and it's going to be centered. So yeah, kind of cool. Then you watch this video. Okay, so this one, they want you to find the code in the style sheet that's making the H1 and change the color in the H1 to red. Right? So here's our HTML file, and it's connected to the the style sheet. And I go to the style. My H1 is red. Here's my H1 over here. So I'm going to change it to blue. And hopefully it works. So it worked. Right? So there it is. Okay. Alright, this one wants you to find the style of the H1 tag. And using the same pattern. There's that word pattern again. I'm telling you. Patterns. Write a new CSS set rule set for the H3. So we're basically going to make a new rule for H3 that's going to be similar to H1. All right. So here's our H1, blue. Now let's go to H3. So we're going to make an H3. Then that squiggly. Oh, you know what we can... No, let's do it. Let's do it. All right, I'm going to show you the shortcut, right? Because this is nonsense to type this all out. Like, our goal here is to get you to learn how this really works. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to copy my H1, right? So this is just the rule, the code that I'm saying. H1 is going to be blue with a font size of 24 pixels. PX is pixels, by the way, right? That's all I'm doing here. So I'm going to copy it, right? That's the pattern. Then I'm going to paste the pattern right here, right? So I'm saying H1 is blue with a font size of 24 pixels. So now I'm going to change this one to H3, which should be around here somewhere. H3, okay, that's right there. And now I'm going to change the color to, I don't know, green. Okay, and then I can even change the size of the font if I wanted to. It's 24 right now, I'll make it 10. Actually, make it 15. No, let's make it 18 to make it look nice. There we go. Cool, that's that one. Alright, bubble 7. Find the CSS rule in the style sheet that determines the style for the paragraph tag. So, H1s are here, H3 is here. We just made that H3. Here's the P for paragraph, and we can see it right here, right? So they want us to change the size. No problem. We'll go to 12. Yeah, that was easy. Next. Alright, watch this video. You'll love it. Alright, this one's pretty easy. They just want you to link the code from your style sheet into your HTML, right? So they just want you to put this code in. And if you really, really, really want to, you can type this all in, blah, 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 blah. That's fine. Or you could make it easy on yourself and just hop back a lesson or two, right? We'll leave this page. And look, here it is, already done in this one, right? There's no reason to recreate the wheel. Just understand how it works. You guys are smart enough to recognize you don't need to type that out every time. So, here it is. We're putting it between the head, right? Control V to paste it. And now it's connected to the style sheet. There's no reason for you to type all that out and waste your time. But understand, you need to have that in there between the head. And that one's it. Okay, on this one, they want you to fix the problem that's causing the bug. And let's check. So, style sheets. Font size is pink. So that's wrong. So what we need to do is go back and check out our previous one. Check out the style sheet. And it says font size has a dash, right? So that's the problem, is the dash. So let's go to our CSS and add that dash. Cool. And now it's working. Right? So if you forget that there has to be a dash there, there's always going to be a resource somewhere to find out that you need to put that dash there, right? So you don't have to know everything if you want to become a coder. You just have to know how to get the information when you need it. Let's check out this one. Okay, in this one, they want you to fix the bug. So we can see the color of the paragraph is supposed to be gray, right? P, it's supposed to be gray, but when we look at it, it's not gray. So what do we do? Check out these other ones. Okay, we got that right. But we're missing this squiggly opening and closing, right? So all these have to have an opening and closing, but not a slash. So CSS, squigglies, opening and closing, but no slash. So there's our opening squiggly. And there's our closing squiggly. And now our text is gray. Cool. Fix the problem that's causing the bug. Well, I can see right here, those are not the squigglies. So we got to get those squigglies in. Copy, paste, copy, and I select this one, right? I selected that one already, so I'm just going to paste over it, Control V. There it is, green. Fantastic. Fix the bug. Alright, let's check the CSS first. Squigglies, everything's the right color. Looks nice. So it's got to be in here. Oh, look at that. It's not connected to the CSS. So what are we going to do? Hit enter. And then again, if we wanted to type that all out again, we could. But I don't want to. I'm sure you don't want to. So let's go back. The page. And here it is. So we'll copy our style sheet. Then I'll go back. Debug my missing styles. And now I will paste it in here on line 4. Control V. And there we go. Once again, you don't have to know all these codes. You just have to know where to get them. Add a rule set for the heading. Okay, so all they want us to do is add a heading. Okay, so the rule set for the heading is right here, H1, right? Elephants. So let's go to the style, and they want us to add the style for the H1. So let's go ahead and do that. So I'm going to make H1. So that's what I'm creating a style on. Squiggly. Enter. Let's do font. Oh, here we go. Let's do font size. And we can make it, I don't know, 40 pixels, PX. And then close squiggly. And there it is. So I have an elephant at 40. And then I can change that to 20. It'll be smaller. I'll keep it at 40. So that's how these are connected. Alright, so here's the style sheet, and they want to do a rule set for a paragraph. So here's the paragraph, and we don't have a style there, right? So let's go ahead and start that P, and then make a squiggly, hit enter, right? And all I'm doing is following this pattern. That's all I'm doing. And let's go font. We'll change the font. So I'm going to go to font family, and then I'll pick monospace. Okay, so I just changed it to monospace. And then if I wanted to, I could probably do the color. Color red? Whoa, what's going on here? I did something wrong. So let's check old CSS. Oh, I forgot the semicolon. Right, so let's copy this code. Oh. There's style. Semicolon. Now hit enter. There we go. Color. And I'll change it to aqua. Nope, that's horrible. I can't even see it. Worst possible idea. Let's go blue. Cool. And then remember, just to have clean code, close it off. Oh, wrong one. Down here. Cool. Alright, those are all done. Oh, there's one more. Adding a style sheet. Ooh. Okay. So, we need to add CSS first of all. So now I've got my CSS. Now we need to get the code and then add it between the head, right? So I'm going to hit enter. And let's go back. And we'll copy this. Right, so I'm just copying the link again. Control C to copy. Oh, wrong one. And here it is. Put between the head. Control V to paste. Oh, I didn't save it. That's okay. So I'm going to add CSS. So I just click add CSS again because I didn't save it when I jumped back. All right. New -1.css. Right. And then let's go back to my. Whoa. We don't need that. Let's get rid of it. Okay. Check this out. It's not connected, right? And here's why. This one's called new-1.css, but right here, where it's connecting it with the hypertext reference, the href, it's looking for style.css, right? So I need to rename this so it matches. I could rename this new-1.css, but that's a mess. Let's make it nice. So I'm going to rename it. Style.css. Style. Alright, so now when I mess around with these, let's change this to red, and it goes red. Cool. Now we're finished.